Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? We only have a few days until the mainnet launches June 2nd. I believe today is May 20th, May 21st, so only a few days left in order to get your name on the Genesis block and be involved with one of the greatest platforms ever launched. One of the greatest softwares ever launched, EOS. I just noticed on a tweet a few minutes ago where, I don't know if this is publicity or if this is true or not, Vitalik has said, of course Vitalik from Ethereum has said that ask people to vote to see if he should go work for Google or not. I don't know if it's true or not. But anyway, Vitalik would be taking a step down to work for Google at this point. And I think if he did that, then he's probably making a huge mistake. I made a video not too long ago about how I thought EOS is going to be bigger than Google. And I made a video last night about money creation and how money's created. I think EOS will be very much bigger than Google, and the reason why is Google doesn't create their own currency like Ethereum does. Google doesn't have Ether. Google doesn't have ICOs. Google doesn't have airdrops. All these wealth creators, wealth expanders, Google doesn't do. Google does search. Google has Gmail, Google has YouTube, but Google does not create wealth in that sense, in the sense of being able to create something like that. And it's very interesting. I was thinking about this the other night. The idea of airdrops, the idea of dropping something onto a platform and let people deciding how, if that's a value of not by trading. If it trades it and it continues to go up in price, people hold it and pay more for it, then you got value. If it doesn't, then it just fades away. And the idea of airdrops, I mean, I heard that before, and I was thinking about it today where I've heard that before, and I heard, airdrops, Helicopter Ben Bernanke talked about dropping money from helicopters. Kind of interesting how the same parallel, airdrops, money drops from helicopters. And what was interesting about that is I've always thought about expanding the economy through a fiat currency. And how you do that, how you create money in a fiat currency, how you print money, but then you make it a value, because nobody wants it if you just give it away and it's a value because it's just dropped from the sky, like Helicopter Ben was talking about. But then I thought about it in comparison to airdrops and how airdrops have value to the airdrop, and then you would decide how valuable it is through the airdrop by trading through it, and how brilliant that idea is versus Helicopter Ben dropping money. And if he drops money from the sky, it's not very valuable. So the Ethereum or smart contract or EOS platform actually has a value added to the giving away of something, which is something that Helicopter Ben couldn't do back in the day when they were trying to create not inflation instead of deflation. And they were worried about the deflation, so they created this idea, but it was all theoretical. It actually came from Milton Friedman, who was an economist. But it's interesting how those two concepts intertwined. But as I said, this is a system that you can create value on a platform, unlike anything we've ever seen before, just like Ether is for Ethereum. So this is a really interesting stuff. And like I said, with the money supply, trying to create money out of thin air and making it a value is a trick that they haven't been able to figure out yet, because they can print money and they've done it a lot. But how do you get it down to the everyday business, the ordinary person, is a little bit more tricky, and still have it be valuable and scarce. So this is the thing that's really kind of interesting. But with these platforms, these smart platforms, you create wealth through the platform. You create wealth through, the different things you can do on the platform. The creating of Ether, that's wealth, that's currency for Ethereum. So these things are very interesting. If you think these platforms are going to be valuable, you need to think about them in terms of that. Expanding economies, creating economies, not doing fiat currencies, but doing something that of value on the internet through a smart contract, through an airdrop, through an ICO. This is where the value of these things are. This is incredible stuff, and it creates incredible expansion of economies, incredible wealth expanders, like I've been talking about previously. You only have 10 days to buy this, a little over 10 days, 11 days, 12 days, in order to actually be involved with the original Genesis block. So if I were Vitalik, I wouldn't even be thinking about Google. I wouldn't even consider that. I would be considering what he's doing very, very. And the other thing I was thinking about this is maybe Vitalik is getting frustrated with Ethereum. Maybe he cannot find a solution for the speed. Maybe he can't find a solution for the scalability. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Vitalik's mind. I mean, he's obviously a very brilliant person, like I talked about before. He has a very brilliant idea with Ethereum, and I've never thought of Ethereum as a counter to EOS. I don't think the two of them compete against each other. I've invested in both, and I've done well with both. So I mean, I'm interested in both of them. I like them both, and I've always thought Vitalik was for his age very brilliant. So anyway, these platforms are very valuable, and when you think about how they create wealth, they're even more valuable. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Have a good evening.